this is what people need. This is the real life stuff that we're not able to teach you in a village hall.
It is so much more than that.
Very transactional.
Very transactional. And in 2026, it's not good enough.
Let's flip that into something that drives us forward, that makes it better. How can I see this as a possibility?
Take them down!
Take them down! We've just discovered that Jo is a real fidget bum. She cannot leave her mic alone, and she's always moving around. I'm like a corpse when I'm on this podcast episode, apart from my mouth.
What's that Tim Burton movie? The Corpse Bride, The Corpse Vicky, The Corpse Podcaster.
But you're a problem. You cause problems for poor Ryan.
Cause problems?
Because you just move things. Leave it alone.
I feel very trapped at the moment. Like I can't move my hands because of my rings clinking. Apparently, it's not a good sound for you all to
just
hear.
Be
it's a nail. It wasn't a ring.
Be a statue, okay? Be a statue.
Okay. Right. You talk, I'll try and...
Okay. You're no good as a corpse, I tell you. Right, so today we're talking about... I did ask Ryan if this was a real word before we started this.
Say it with conviction was the feedback.
Yeah, he said anything you say with confidence is a word.
But apparently he won't allow us Nuggle and Earl.
Earl. No, he won't allow us those. But I'm going to go with comparatinitis.
I'm down for it.
Sounds like a disease.
It does sound like a disease. I've got an illness. Oh, God, that comparatinitis. Just take some pills.
Maybe that's what we've all got in the dog industry.
A few days in bed.
Comparatinitis of dog trainers.
It's the wrong time to swig my coffee.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So why do we have it? Where does it come from? How does it help us? How does it hinder us?
It's far too many questions for me to answer.
I know, it's like a rhetorical questions within one question.
Okay, so
where do we start? Where's the most logical place to start with this?
I'm going to start with many year ago,
Many year ago,
the tale of Jo.
You were talking like in the 18th century before we came on.
The whole of the story. So, many year ago, for little old Jo.
I feel like there needs to be like a flute in the background of this.
A little fiddler. Oh, don't take
Come on, hold it together. We can do it.
Many years ago, when I decided that I was going to be a dog trainer, I remember turning around to my friend and saying, "There's no dog trainers in my area." And she just looked at me and pretty much did that reaction.
Were you in the 18th century?
I wasn't in the 18th century. No, I definitely wasn't. I was like, there are no dog trainers in my area. I think I'm the only one. Or I would be the only one. And she's like, come on now. So she had more experience than me. She'd been doing it for quite a long time. Like years and years doing it. And I'm like, but there isn't. I searched. She's like, what did you search? I was like, dog trainer, Solihull. She's like, absolutely not. There is just no. But I was absolutely convinced that there was no trainers around me. So off I went, did my little thing anyway. And then it's like that, what do you call it? I'm just going to call it a thing because I actually don't know what the word is. When you're going to buy a new car, for example.
Oh, and you see them.
Yeah, and you just see them everywhere.
Car.
I feel like that scenario's got a name.
You buy new trainers and everyone's wearing them.
Yeah, like as soon as your conscious mind becomes aware of something, it's like, oh, fuck, like you're everywhere. So this is what then happened to me around the whole, oh, look, there are actually other dog trainers in my area. And funnily enough, when I had this thought process, I was at a conference. And lo and behold, there were other trainers from my area at this same conference. I was like, oh, okay.
Where have you crawled under a rock from?
Yes, it's like, oh, look, I'm aware of you. Now you've actually manifested in front of me as an Earl person.
Mm.
So that...
Did that make you then worry because there were people in the area?
Initially, yes. That initial thought process of, oh, okay, what are you doing? So I did the little stalky stalk thing, went onto their socials, went onto their... Thought I was going to burp. I'm not.
Thanks for that.
Went onto their websites and was like, what are you offering? What are you doing? And of course it was...
How much are you charging?
Yeah, all of that. And it was the plethora of basically a you business. And I was like,
Do you mean a me business?
puppy classes, adolescent classes, one-to-ones, walk-in, all the stuff.
You've missed a load out there.
I'll have you. I was like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do one-to-one because I was early in my career. I wanted to do something that I just felt quite confident with. So that initial panic.
Hold on. Hold that thought there. I feel like I'm going to insert a small thing that's come up a bit recently. Newbie trainers, is this a thing where sometimes you feel less confident working with someone one-to-one? Because in my brain, I go, it should be the opposite, really, because a group of people in front of you have all got different needs and you're stood up, centre of attention in the middle of this potentially room, village hall, whatever, rather than speaking to somebody in their home generally on a like more of a one-to-one basis in a just normal human-to-human type way. But I've heard it a bit recently.
That is a very interesting
So you didn't obviously have that then?
No, mine was the reverse, I suppose.
Yeah, I would think that actually for me, it would be the reverse.
Maybe it's the intensity of being exposed.
The intense, maybe it is that exposure. Because there's nowhere to hide.
Somebody could ask you a question that you don't know the answer to, whereas in a group setting, you could probably palm it off a little bit and go like, we can pick that up later, and then just pray to God that they forget because you're busy doing other things.
See, not having done both, obviously, I would say that the group is a lot more pressure. It's a lot more scary, really. Like I remember, I know this isn't what this episode's about, but I remember standing up for the first time.
Make it all about you.
I will. Standing up for like doing that thing, like delivering the class, going, fuck. And but if someone had told me, start with one-to-one, because that'll be like ease you in gently, I'd be like, brilliant, I'll do that first, thanks, get my confidence and then go to a group setting. But I just find it interesting that people sometimes have the opposite.
It is people. We're all very weird and wonderful in our own ways.
Yeah, pick that thought back up then.
Okay. Then.
I've inserted. I'm going to take it out
inserted, now. Okay. Removed. So thinking about where I needed to start then. And again, like maybe this is that weird, unique element of me. I don't know. There's bound to be other people that will have this as well. I didn't worry so much about it. I just went on and went, I don't know enough yet, so I'm just going to do my own thing, tread my own path, so to speak, and just see what happens and control what I can control. And then, of course, we've talked about this before. The more knowledge I got about methodology and stuff, I started to get my back up about certain other trainers being in my area that I didn't agree with. Spent far too much of my thinking time about them, but I never thought about the force-free trainers. Yeah, I spent far too much of my thinking time of people that were never going to be my... Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just a waste of time thinking about them. But then my business kept doing really well. Like, I was selling £2,000 programs plus VAT at a time, and I was good. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I had a staff member at that particular time helping me do the delivery, and I remember there was a period of time where a trainer in my area popped up, and I hadn't seen this person before. It's almost like it just appeared overnight. But maybe that's because I was just so busy doing my own thing anyway. I never really looked at anybody else. I didn't need to. Not in an ego way, just I genuinely didn't care. I was just doing my own thing and targeting the audience that I wanted to target. And then this person popped up, and I remember thinking, you are fucking brilliant. Like, you are so good. And then they started doing like real life puppy classes, and it was getting out and about in the local area. And I was like, fucking brilliant. Like, I love that. And the staff member I had was very fearful. They're like, have you seen that this person's popped up? I was like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but have you seen what they're doing? They're really good. Like, they're all over social media. You're not. I'm like, I know, but look at the model that this business has got. It's fine. It doesn't need it. yeah, but you need to watch that because they're going to take all your business away. And then for that fleeting moment in that conversation, and I remember it like vividly, I'm sure it was in a coffee shop, and I'm like, oh my God, should I be worried? What, like, why, if you're so concerned about this, maybe I should be concerned. And then I was like, nah, don't worry about it. And I genuinely never thought about it again. And I'd still look at this person and I'd be like, I just think you're brilliant. You're fantastic. And I'm happy to send people your way because you are everything I believe in. I love your values. I love your morals. I love your work ethic. Go.
Yeah. And actually, if it's who I think you're talking about, I was also aware of this person. And I remember thinking, fuck, that's good as well. Going like, this is what people need. This is the real life stuff that we're not able to teach you in a village hall for the most part. And I remember thinking for a second, like, oh my God, like that's not what I'm doing. But then I'd go like, how do I do it? How do I actually do the same thing here? Like the logistics to me sounded a bit of a nightmare. Like, how do you actually put something like that together? Like, you've got to have places, in my mind, this is what I was thinking, but you've got to have places where you've got like an affiliation with somewhere where you can go and they're happy for you to bring people and you can hang out there. And for me, it was just like, I could easily have set that same kind of thing up where I live, but I just thought that's too far removed from what I know and what I'm safe with and what I'm happy doing, because no one else around me for the immediate area or the puppy school organisation I was with was doing anything like that. Even though we all talked about it and we all went, that's really what we need to be doing, no one else was doing it. And so, yeah, I remember exactly the same, going like, fucking hell, that's good. And then thinking, fair play to her for doing that. And I remember thinking, there's no one else I can see doing anything like that. It's fairly close. And actually, do you know, the other thing in my brain thought, if people do want that kind of thing and I'm not offering it, I'd be quite happy to recommend her over me, because if that's what I felt somebody needed. So I think it's like that initial fear is there, isn't it? Like, oh God, like now I need to ditch all of that stuff and do this thing instead. And then it was like, do you know what? I don't feel like I do that very well because I don't have any support. I don't have anybody who, like, I don't feel like I could reach out to that person and ask them, how do you do that thing? Because that wouldn't feel right. And then I'd probably do a really shit bodge job of it. So I just stuck to what I knew. It's so interesting, isn't it? How you'd see it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that, you know, kind of like you alluded to with that example. There are things that you could pick up and copy, and you there's no reason, and there's no I was trying to think of another word for reason, but no, there's no reason why you couldn't actually just mimic the whole thing. You could copy somebody's social media, you could copy the reels, you could copy.
I mean, the social media bit I was never going to do because, but this is like you, it's just never relied on it.
And this is kind of the point I'm getting at and going, that's something that business has decided to do, and that's fine. It doesn't mean I have to copy it. I had a model where if I was making 3 sales a month at 2K, I was like, there was $6,000 coming in for me. I was quite happy with that. I didn't need to go and get 50 people. I needed 3. But I was actually averaging more like 6. So it was a decent amount coming in every single month without me having to be fearful of what everybody else was doing. And yes, I was significantly a lot higher than everybody else. I didn't have the social media presence. I had a very simplistic website page. But I was never, ever concerned around anybody else popping up in the area. It just didn't. When I got to that point, I genuinely didn't care about other businesses. I could admire businesses from a distance and go, actually, you're really good.
I think I had the same. And I think for me, definitely, and probably for you as well, is that feeling of being so sure about what it is you offer and having that self-belief in it and knowing that you have the ability to help people and you'll do it in your way, and your way is not for everyone and you're not everyone because you're not supposed to be. And I think once you accept that, however you reach that point, whatever helps you reach that point, some people need a lot more support on it, we've discovered. And some people have kind of naturally got that as, I don't know, it's part of their thought process. And I think for me, it's always been there for whatever reason. And because I remember a situation where I left a venue and literally this happened to me twice now, actually.
When you were doing the franchise thing?
Yeah, but this was like way before I finished.
Right.
This was, I moved venue. I used to be at a venue in Aswell Bank, and I moved there and someone jumped in my grave, like literally straight after, the same time, same time slot, same night, called it virtually the same thing. And I was just like, oh, because I remember like maybe someone told me, oh, have you seen, again, same sort of thing, like, have you seen that they're doing this? And I was like, oh, right, okay. How do I feel about this? And I didn't immediately jump to like, oh my God, everyone's going to think like, you know, I don't know what I immediately thought. But then I was like, do you know what? Fair play to them, because I think they're kind of riding off the back of me. I'd been at this venue for quite a while. And I thought it may just be because it takes dogs and, you know, the challenge of finding somewhere that takes dogs. Or it could just be that they're kind of using that as an advantage to go, well, people know there's a presence there. They know there's a dog trainer in that village, and maybe they'll just inquire thinking it might be her and it's not. It's us instead. And I just went, fair play. I wish you luck. And I like, if people want that, they want that. And if they want me, they'll find me, because I hadn't moved very far away. But then it happened again when I left puppy school, and the tutor that I was working with ended up taking my slot. It was a puppy school tutor. It was very, okay, there's a lot of people that might think that is me, because I was puppy school as well at that point, and then I wasn't. And it kind of, again, a little bit more probably concern around that, because I was like, oh. And then very quickly I was like, no, it's like, we're different people. We do it different ways. We might be under the same umbrella, or we were for a very short period of time and then we weren't. But everybody's got their own choice around this. And if they go to her and they think it's me, and then they discover it's not, and then they find me, that's fine. And if they go to her and they prefer her and they're happy with it, that's fine as well.
It's amazing how it has the potential to be really bitter.
Yeah. And I could have really got worked up by that. And I just was like, that chapter of my life is closed now. And I can sit with myself going, I'm okay. I've got peace with it. I went through a lot of shit just before that point, but I came out the other side. I was doing my own thing. And do you know what I thought as well? Because I came out the franchise, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. So I was like, I'm not bound by the class plans. I'm not bound by all the rules. I'm literally like running that class. I was still running classes at that point, but I was running them how I wanted to run them, and including things in it I wanted to, and not including things I didn't and had pressure to include. And I was just like, do you know what? I'm better off here, because I can do whatever I want and you're having to do that. And that's my thought process. Maybe that's how I coped with it and was okay with it. But yeah, I could have been a completely different. Can you imagine like the fear around that? What that could have created for me? I could have just completely freaked out about it, and maybe I could have gone and slagged them. I've never said a bad word about any of these people. I was literally like, go for it. Like, why would you not? There's a slot available, so why would you not take it? And if it works for you and you feel like you might gain from it, brilliant. Like, I'm not a person who's going to just, you know, shout you down for no reason. But I also understand the fear around that from some perspectives as well.
Where do you think this fear comes from? Because I think it's all
in
us, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely think it's industry. It breeds itself more within the industry because of this. Some of these organisations, particularly the puppy school organisation I was with, bred this fear of people being too close to other tutors. So you all had a franchise, you all had a territory, and it came from up there. It came from, make sure you're leaving enough space between your territories, make sure people aren't feeling like they're competing for work. And that's what we'd hear. And again, I wasn't the sort of person that, even though I heard that, I didn't panic about it. I was really laid back about it. Like I let people come quite close to me because I was like, there's enough to go round. It's all fine. However, the fear was that I had to deal with these people sometimes because I was regional manager for the Midlands, for them to go, oh, someone, like you can't put someone here because I'm not going to get enough work if you do that. And me having to go, okay, Vicky, like I have to deal with this problem now. I don't understand it myself where it comes from, but there's a fear. So I don't think we do ourselves a massive favour from particularly that scenario. I'm like, how does that do anyone any good when it creates a bit of panic in them?
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Sometimes it comes from within.
Do you think it comes down to money?
Yeah, because it's all linked to money. If you're not getting enough clients in, you're taking my clients, that's the thought process, you're losing money.
Money and ego.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
but even ego,
hear,
but the worst thing is ego within the same organisation.
Yeah.
That's what I really struggled with, you know. If it was a competing, but again, I wouldn't have looked at it like that because one of those people that came into the village hall after me was nothing to do with puppy school. It was totally separate and it was a competing business. But again, I didn't view it like that. But when you're within the same organisation, I don't know, my brain got baffled by it really.
I do find all of this, so every time we have these deep and meaningful conversations, it's so fascinating how our brains work, because I try and think down to, you know, when we ask ourselves and like we ask clients and stuff like, what is it you are looking to achieve in your business? I definitely said this at a stage in my dog training career. I want to be the go-to person in my local area for dog training. I want everyone to know my name and for everybody to come to me. And then I suppose if you are thinking like that, then of course, anybody who pops up is a threat to that potential existence. And what do we do to threats? We annihilate them. Like, let's get rid of it.
Take them down.
Take them down.
Or it could be a driver to do even better and maintain that.
It could be, but
goal. But it could be though, couldn't it? Depending on your mindset.
Well, yes. But I think it is that threat to your potential existence and what you are wanting to achieve. And I think this is where we have to. And this is the fucking hard work to do because I definitely didn't have this skill back then. But being able to flip that. So instead of saying, I want to be the go-to person in my local area, put something more specific around it. So I want to attract the people that are going to want to work with me for a long period of time. I want to create a business model that has incredible customer retention. And I want to work with these specifics, whether it's puppies, whether it's a specific puppy problem, whether it's a specific problem in itself, like reactivity
or a demographic,
or like what is it?
Yeah,
and just have some more. Maybe it's just like that. Have some more of that specificity.
It's always a word that I struggle to say
around it. Instead of, I want to be the go-to person. But for what?
For what actual thing? Yeah.
Because then I think that's where we create this disconnect and go, well, if that's what I want, and now, of course, threats, scary thing, don't want to do it.
Yeah, because even if it's something like puppies, it's like, what specifically about the owning a puppy rather than just puppies in general? We feel like that's specific enough though, don't we? When we pick it's puppies or it's gun dogs or it's... you know, collies or whatever. But it isn't, is it? It's like, what actually about that? Because the more you get specific, I'm really struggling with it now. The more specific you get, the more likely you are going to get that owner that you really want.
Yeah. And it's this whole, when we are fearful about everybody, like you're not concentrating on the thing that you need to do anyway. Because your entire world and brain space is consumed with what everybody else is doing.
It's like a nervous system thing, isn't it? Like if you can't think about anything else, like if you're in fear, if you're in panic, money or a health problem or someone in your family, that's all like your nervous system's on edge, isn't it? And you just don't have that ability to just like look at it from a different perspective and maybe a more logical perspective and maybe a more detached perspective.
Yeah. Well, because everything's emotional, isn't it? Like everything when you're in that state is an emotional response.
Yeah.
And we know from being dog trainers and behaviourists out there, if that dog is in a high emotional negative response, they're not going to make the best choices.
No.
The same way we don't. But we don't seem to have this ability to be able to do this to ourselves because we're not looking at it for those reasons. Mm-hmm. And this is where we are we're doing it to ourselves because we will surround ourselves with people that are talking about the same thing. We've talked about this before in a previous episode, that humans have a negativity bias. It's easy to talk about all the crap and all the things that are annoying you rather than the positives. It's funny, isn't it? Like if you used to go to a pub and like catch up with your mates, I'd be like, oh, hi, what's going well for you? Oh, wow, I got this promotion at work and I got this. And we're like, awesome, amazing.
What's been happening? Oh, my dad's not very well. Oh, this has just happened. Yeah. Oh, the kids are driving me up the wall.
Yeah.
It's what we do, isn't it?
Why do we? Yeah, it's like you don't know how to continue the conversation when it's all good things.
Do you know, it's funny because we do a lot of our group sessions within our programme. We'll do a positive focus for the first couple of minutes, won't we? And you can see how much people struggle with it. And I've struggled with this exercise the same. It's like, oh shit, I have to think of like good things. And it can be business, it could be personal life, it could be anything. It can be tiny as well. It doesn't have to be a big win, like loads of money coming in. And just be a tiny step forward. People are like this sometimes. Like if anyone's watching this, you'll see what I'm doing. But I'm literally just looking up at the ceiling like, oh my God, like, oh, what? There's got to be something. Got to be something. And people do really struggle with this.
Yeah. But it's like we've trained our brains to just be, oh, woe is me all the time. And it's really difficult because that will naturally bring you down. Like it's really hard to be around people like that.
Yeah. So I guess it's like, what's the positive? And again, I suppose using that example that I gave earlier about the person coming into the venue, and the puppy school tutor specifically was like, well, okay, might be a little bit shit because people might think it's me, but actually I've got the freedom to do what I want now. So it's trying to flip it. And I know that is a skill that you have to keep working on, and I feel like I've got a lot better at doing that. But I obviously had that skill back then because I hadn't really done much of that work, but something was there telling me, you can see the good in this. Yeah. Like there's a positive here.
I find it interesting actually that your thought process was the concern was more about if a client thought it was you.
Yeah. Yeah. What wasn't anything else.
Like that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah. Do you know what as well? Because it could be the skill level. It could have been a bit of an ego way of going.
Everything comes back down to ego.
I don't think that person has, it's really awful to say it now, but I don't think that person's got as much knowledge as me. And therefore, if someone comes in there, I think they're going to be let down by that person.
It's ego.
It is. But it wasn't about the money. At that point, I was because I'd never had a shortage of inquiries. You know that. Even when I came out of puppy school and I went off on my own, I'd still got inquiries coming out my ears.
I had no money, but you had inquiries.
I didn't. Well, I had the money I was used to, didn't I? Yeah. So actually I did have enough money, didn't I? But I didn't need that panic of like, it equals I'm not got enough money. For me, it was like, you're letting people down. If you are moving into that space, letting people believe potentially that you are me or riding off the back of it even.
Yeah.
Which is, that's awful to say that out loud. When you say it.
It's true though.
But I must have thought it, but I didn't really look into.
Yeah. Well, you don't, do you?
No.
But yeah, everything's ego. I'm scared that it's the story we always tell ourselves, like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I know more than you. You're shit.
Yeah, yeah. God, I've only just realised that now.
Yeah.
This podcast
I heard it as you said it, and I was
a lot of epiphany moments for us, doesn't it? It's like therapy, this podcast, I will say, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It makes you talk about stuff that I wouldn't normally talk about that much or in that depth.
No.
I might mention it fleetingly, but I don't put myself in that play. I've like almost taken myself back there and gone, why did I think like that? What did I think? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
It is interesting.
It is fascinating because, you know, going back to that person that I still think is fucking brilliant today, social media, at that point, I was like, fuck me, like, I'm never going to be able to do that because I've got zero intention of doing it. She could take over easily what I'm doing purely because her output is 10 times more than what I'm doing. And then for me, it was just that, I think it was just that check-in there. Again, like I had a model that was working. I was like, if I saw, even if on the same street, because again, it's only like a road down from mine, even if in that little block area, I reckon there's easily 50 dogs. Easily. Neither of us can see 50 dogs. If I had 3, I was happy. Like, I'm good. If I had 1, I was happy. Could pay my mortgage. That's why I priced it the way I did. So that competition side of it for me has never been, nor ever will be, something that I will ever concern myself with, because I genuinely believe there is an abundance of money to be earned and an abundance of clients to work with. How many business coaches for dog trainers have popped up since we started Can Business Academy 3 years ago?
Yeah, loads. And you know, let's be honest here, we have had those. We send each other a link for someone who's just popped up. Oh, who's this? And in that, I would say in those earlier days when we were newer to this, it affected us more then.
Yeah.
Like it did.
But again, it's fear. It's, we've put ourselves out here now. We've invested a fuck ton of money and time and energy into this. We've stopped our other income to focus on this, and now like, there's competition, they're going to take away our potential.
And you would look into what is it they're specifically doing. I remember us having these conversations about what sets us apart, why would someone come to us, like what's our thing? And I was just like, it's us, that's the thing. But at the time we didn't think that was enough.
No,
because it's strategy, right? So there's tons of people out there in other industries that teach basically what we teach, but in different industries and maybe niching into different areas or whatever. But like that's the reality of it. But it's us. We're the people behind it. Like we can make it sound different, but it's not going to be. It's pretty similar teaching, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably playing it down, but it is. No, it is similar teaching.
But it should be. And I think this is where we get so caught up in that knowledge bit. I've been fidgeting again, I've realised.
Oh, wow. Tell her off, Ryan.
I can't help it. I think this is where we get so caught up in there. And I remember thinking this as a dog trainer. I was like, what's my unique ability here? Like,
it's my USP.
Well, yeah, because I was like, I haven't come up with any newfangled training contraption. I am basically...
Contraption? Hopefully not.
All right, poor choice of words. Fucking methodology. But do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't come up with a unique way of, you know, like when you go to these conferences and you see all these amazing people and you're like, fuck, man, how does your brain work to come up with this new thing? And then I realise it's not a new thing. No. It's an old thing that's now come back into life.
Or you're just telling it in a different way.
Yeah, it's like you've put your version of it, like your interpretation.
Well, it's like Absolute Dogs. They changed all the pre-Mac and everything. Like they changed the whole thing, didn't they? But if they didn't, it was already there. They just funked it up a little bit, didn't they? And made it more relatable for people to understand because they were great at marketing.
Yeah, it's realising that nothing you hear off of anybody, and again doing us all a massive disservice here, it's nothing new.
No.
You're not changing the world with brand new ideas. There are very few people that have that. In fact, I'm sure I heard this on a podcast. It's like the tiniest statistics. But like your Elon Musk peoples, like they are in a complete category of their own where it's like, fuck me, like your brain is light years ahead, quite literally. There's very few people like that. Most of us get lumped into this air quote normal pool of we're just regurgitating information that we've heard, that we've applied, that's worked for us. We've put our own version into it. You might explain it a little bit differently, and that's it. But I really struggled with that as a dog trainer because I was like, I'm no different to anybody else. You could go to, even if you just use you and I as an example of competitors, you could go to you and probably get the exact same experience of working with me. We both teach the same. We both use the same methods. We both use the same games because we were both in the AD world. What's the difference? We're both even similar people.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Well, none other than there might be a few extra quirks that people would be more attracted to with you, and vice versa.
Yeah. And you might lean in on something a bit more than me, and you know, vice versa. Here's a question for you then. Curveball.
Please, people, watch YouTube if you do that. She always does this weird face. She like knocks her head back a little bit, has a little weird slant. Like, here's a question.
I've no idea I'm doing that. So how would you feel, talking of competitors, if two dog trainers that lived quite close together, who liked the same things, who wore leopard print,
Me and you.
hold on, created a podcast, and they put it out there, and they called it let's very similar name to ours. How would you feel? And it's not us.
I was really struggling to understand what you were talking about then.
Basically, if we had a direct competitor create a podcast about business who were dog trainers or had been dog trainers, and they were very similar to us, how would you feel?
As of right now, in this moment, I'd be good.
I'd be good as well. Imagine that was 2 years ago. How long's this podcast been going?
If it was 6 months,
2.5 years
even
ago.
if it was 6 months ago, I'd have struggled.
Yeah, I agree.
I did a little live in our Facebook group this morning, and it's amazing because you never know what's going to come out your mouth, really, do you, when you start doing these
No,
lives?
I did some Insta stories yesterday that was the same, yeah.
And I realised that when I'm talking about business, there could be an interpretation that I don't really view my business as a business. I don't want it to be a big business, so therefore I'm switched off to everything that you're saying. And I had that little light bulb moment this morning. So I suppose where I was getting at with that is there's so much work to do on yourself and the confidence levels. And, you know, this is where we know imposter syndrome is massive, not only from a dog knowledge perspective, but we're not confident in talking about money. We don't know how to price our services. We don't know where our business is going and what we've created it for, because we're not looking at it like a business. We genuinely believe, and I am making massive assumptions, but also based on a lot of data we've collected over several years now, we do think our dog training business is, I've got a qualification, people are going to come to me because I've got a qualification, they're going to buy my service and I'm going to help them with their dog. It is so much more than that.
Very transactional.
Very transactional. And in 2026, it's not good enough.
No, we won't survive. And that is the reality. That isn't us just being like, drop the mic. We could actually drop the mic.
Can you imagine?
Oh, hang on. I'd have to shoehorn it out the stand and Ryan would go mad at me. But I could actually grab the mic and drop it on the floor. Oh, his face.
Damage my equipment.
But mic drop moment, it is actually true. It's not enough.
No.
In this.
And I think, you know,
in this day and age, sound like my mum.
Yes. But taking it back to like, if somebody popped up exactly like us and did a thing, it's like they could do a thing, but their reason for doing it would be different to ours. Yes. And that's fine, because again, we can't, I won't say service everybody, but
we've had this before.
We have had this before. But
it is servicing.
We need to change this.
Yeah, we do. We need to think of another word, don't we?
I can't even say providing a service. No, let's avoid service.
Helping.
Oh no, the thought's already in my head, so everything's just
helping.
It's just a dirty word now. So, where was I going?
I don't know. I don't know where you were going.
It's back to that thought process of your capacity is only so much. There are lots of people in the world.
So even if there were two clone Joe and Vicky's around,
I mean, fuck you lot, you'd be screwed.
I'd feel sorry for the world if that was the case. But if there was, then there's enough dog trainers to go around.
Yeah. And everyone's going to have their individual quirks and their individual messaging and all of that stuff that's out there.
And the podcast episodes would not be the same because they haven't lived our life, have they?
No, that's it. It's different.
And half the time we're talking about our life experience on here.
It's different, but the same way everything else. Like the amount of even business books that I listen to, and I make myself chuckle in the car because some of the phrases because I've gone back to listening to ye old.
You are very much in the like old-fashioned type. People got square heads.
Square heads? No, it's before then.
She's got this thing around people in the old-fashioned times. That's not very factual, is it?
No, like in the 50s. It's a square head.
In the 50s, they had a square head. Like, it's a very massive generalisation sweeping statement to say that everyone had a square head.
Look at all like the original Bond movies. Square heads.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm going to go and do a survey.
Chiseled squares.
They just pick good-looking blokes to be Bond. That's all it is.
No. But anyway, I've been listening to like business books that were published like in the 70s, and I've been chuckling to myself because, you know, because we've obviously invested in a lot in our mentors over the years, and because that's where I first heard it from our mentors, I'm like, oh my God, like they've got their own framework and they've got their belief system. And then I'm hearing it now in these books that I'm listening to that were from the 70s. I'm like, oh, that's where you got it from. Is it? Like, it's not yours. It's come from there. And then it just keeps backdating. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck yes, like I know this, but you forget it because you only hear it from the person you've heard it from.
Mm. And the only, I suppose the anomalies are like life evolving, like social media didn't exist then. So this is why things have changed, but pretty much the fundamentals are there, the same, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think it is just that awareness of evolvement and knowing that the world is changing and you shouldn't try to be somebody else, and you can't just copy what somebody else is doing because it will feel disingenuous to yourself, so you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to sustain it for very long. It's really difficult to be something that you're not.
And I would say, you know, again, let's flip this and go like, how could you use this to showcase the most awesomeness, like the awesomeness about you?
S word.
I did use an S word. Oh God, I'm turning into you. How can you showcase that amazingness? Like, how can you help somebody connect and see what you're so good at and how you can help somebody, and not only your knowledge and skills, but you as a person? What can you give? What do you bring to the table? Like, there wasn't that opportunity before as much to be able to do that. So you've got to look at this. And again, we go to the negative. They're like, oh, social media. Oh, it's shit. It allows us to connect. It's free. It allows you to get the information out there in a way that we've never been able to do before. No. Like, we can work with anyone in the world, and we do. We wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for social media. So you've got to remember the good things about it. And I think there's so much opportunity. And this is what we really try and bring to our clients and go like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And like, this is a phrase we use a lot, like, there's no business police. You can do it if you want to do it. And for me, that's like a really empowering thing. Like, I remember when you said this to me, like, you can just do whatever you want. I'm like, can I? Is that allowed? But we are so constricted by not this industry, because many, many others have the same problem, don't they? But we are so afraid to think outside the box and break out, be a bit daring.
We don't know how to. We're not encouraged enough to do it.
We're not. And we're not encouraged at school. I mean, this is not going to be a school. Like, we could absolutely.
My brain immediately went to, oh my God, we need to talk about this.
School does not shape you into being an entrepreneur. And then, of course, you're going against the grain with it all. It's really hard.
Yeah. Just stuck in Fearland.
Yeah.
It's like a theme park.
Yeah.
So the key message, I suppose, is try not to. I was just going to go hard hitting and be like, don't compare.
Don't
Easier
compare.
Yeah. I like it. Don't compare. I like it. Clip it up, jingle it.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, it's not as easy to say like, don't do it though, isn't it? But I think bring it to the forefront of your mind as an awareness of where's it coming from? Ask yourself that question, like, what's the fear that's around it? Because if someone was to open up next door to you or as close as home to me as you are, literally a street down the road, and you are doing everything fucking better than I ever did, what's the real fear around it? Is it, are you going to lose money? Is it you are, like we said, there is now a threat to my life that I thought I was creating, but again, add some specificity into it. I hate that I have to slow down and think about it.
See, I think this stops us being complacent. It helps us drive forward if you're inclined to look at it that way.
Yeah, and you're all entrepreneurial, sparky people.
Well, we want more entrepreneurial, sparky people in this world.
Say it again.
You are the pioneers. No, do not make me say it again. I don't know how I just got through it there. We want this, and we want you to feel like, let's flip that into something that drives us forward, that makes it better. How can I see this as a possibility? How can I think more possibility thinking rather than, oh my God, the world's ended?
I feel really energised now, you know.
So do I. I've energised.
I'm like moving up in like stature of my feet.
Oh, shit.
Like a little
You're perched
gnome
like a
that's perched.
genie with a cross-legged.
I nearly put the genie shoes on today.
I'm not sure you should have those trainers on that cat scratcher boucle chair.
I've gone past caring.
Have we got energised by our own words?
Yeah.
Taking our own advice?
Well, we live and breathe this stuff.
We
so
do.
It's
come from our own experiences and advice, hasn't it? So,
Yep.
awesome.
Cool beans.